We recall that the general expression for u, the displacement in position x at time t, is given by this infinite series. So what we have found in the example is the expression for Bn, and we may insert this. We know that L is equal to pi, so we get this expression, and we also know that Bn is 0 when n is an even number. So it's enough for us to consider odd numbers. In this case, we know that the expression for n is equal to 2k plus 1, so we can replace n by 2k plus 1. Note that we start in this series with n equal to 1. In order to get n equal to 1, we must choose k equal to 0. Therefore, we change the starting point for the series from n equal to 1 to k equal to 0. So we get this expression. Recall that we know that the function f star of x, which is equal to the value of u, the displacement, when t is equal to 0, the initial displacement. So in our case, we have a description of this function f of x, the initial displacement, which we can write the graph of it like this. Here is x equal to 0, and here is x equal to pi. So if we take the periodic extension, the odd periodic extension of this function, we get this function. So this is the extension of it. And if we just put let x be an arbitrary number, for example a number in this region, we will automatically get this graph. We will find the graph of this function and convince ourselves that it's looked like this. We also recall that the function u of x, t, is equal to a sum of two functions. F star of x minus ct, c is equal to 1 in our example, so therefore we don't see the c, plus f star of x plus ct. So we are able to, we know that the function u of xt takes this form, and if we know, for example in Maple, illustrate this function, we are able to convince ourselves that f of x, f star of x minus t, is a function which is moving to the right, and this function is a function which is moving to the left, and the sum of these functions is our solution, then divided to 2. So let's just see how this can be done. If we, for example, take the first of these two functions, this is the illustration of this function, and the second function, we can try to illustrate that also. So let me just show you in Maple that we also can illustrate the the sum of these two functions. And it looked like this.